In this video, I'm going to show you why your product research process should change forever, because after watching this video, you're never going to do it the same way again. So this video is going to cover a few important things. I'm going to show you how I find winning product niches again and again, but then I'm going to show you something I haven't really gone into on this channel before. I'm going to show you how you can actually dive into the mind of the customer in the initial stages and make sure the brands, the product you're putting together is going to dominate the top of the page, because we need to be creating brands that appeal to the people that want to buy them. So without any further ado, I'm going to keep this snappy. Let me show you the process that changed everything for me this year. So as always, we'll be using BlackBox. Now, if you're familiar with my videos, you'll know the filters that I like to use in order to find the right sort of niches. So we're using BlackBox, we're using the keyword tab, and at this point I would actually pause the video and have a look at the filters I've used, because I'm not going to waste your time by taking you through them all. Right, so I'm going to assume you've seen all the filters, and to give you a very brief overview, we're looking for keywords that have at least 2,500 searches a month, that do a minimum of $10,000 a month in revenue, or in between a certain price point, but really that aren't too competitive. Now, an important one to remember here is the variation count, because this can really cut down a lot of the results that are coming back. So make sure you have a max variation count of 2. Now, I've already done a lot of this because the process is much deeper than just showing you a winning product, okay? A lot of people on here can just show you niche ideas, show you how to use Helium 10. I know I'm very good at using Helium 10, so hopefully you guys enjoy these videos for that reason, but we're going a little bit further than that in this case. So we've scrolled down to the bottom of the page, and this was the keyword that caught my eye for this video, and it's pottery kit. I'm not making this up. This niche, I would very, very seriously consider starting up a brand, because for me, and I'm just talking about me personally, this product idea, this niche is just everything I would be looking for. It ticks so many boxes. And by the end of this video, you'll see why, okay? We're opening up the results on Amazon. I mean, look, already here you can see this is phenomenal. We've got a very, very high sales to review ratio. The price point is perfect. Let's go and have a look. This is what we find with pottery kits. And these products are absolutely killing it on Amazon US. So scrolling through, I mean, look at some of the BSRs here, but more importantly, people like me, there are sellers here from the UK that are doing very, very well over in the US market. So 2 products caught my eye, 2 that I want to show you. This listing is at $50, okay? In the last 30 days, they've sold nearly 2,000 units, okay? That is almost $100,000 a month in revenue. So you might be looking at this thinking, look, that looks like quite a complicated product set to put together. Yeah, you'd be right in some ways, but people that take the time to do this sort of thing, if they understand the niche and understand what I'm going to go through next, will get the results. They will get the fruits of their labor if they understand the niche they're going into. So yeah, there's a load of different products here involved in this bundle for $50. It's only got 330 reviews, okay? If we have a look at the sales numbers, you'll be blown away. So look, this one listing, $96,000 a month in revenue. They've only got 330 reviews. Absolutely incredible. The other sort of pottery product I found was this. Now this is a bit more simple. So if you're thinking about going into this niche, but you don't quite want to be investing into a $50 product, maybe you could have a look at this $14.99. Very simple 12-piece art supply. Pretty cool. Again, very low reviews. They've sold over 4,000 units in the last 30 days. Again, look, there's oodles of potential here. This is a very interesting niche. What I'm going to be using is AI again, and I'm going to be showing you a slightly different twist so that you can understand how you can actually take your research to the next level. So I've created a document, and yeah, shout out to a guy called Michael Specian for this method, because I think I pronounced that right. He's a guy on Twitter, and yeah, I was looking at some of his stuff and he went through this process, and I immediately saw it. It lines up with a lot of things I do when I'm putting a brand together, but you'll be blown away. Some of these ChatGPT questions really do take things to the next level. And by watching this, at the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to actually put your brand together, and you're going to be selling to the people that mean the most, because it's quite a difficult question to answer. How do I brand things up? How do I make my product appeal? How do I know anything about the people I'm selling to? I'm going to show you. Let's just pretend we're going into the pottery niche, okay? When you're creating a new brand from scratch, you found a niche, we need to build a new brand around the customer that we're selling to. So we need to understand why someone would be interested in pottery in the first place. So we need to know the benefits of pottery. So what are the benefits of pottery? So look, as you can see, ChatGPT's done its thing. It's come back and it's given us all of these benefits. Now, I've copied these over to my Google Doc, and yeah, you're going to see why this becomes so powerful, because what we're doing when we do this, you're like, why do we want to know the benefits of pottery? We're understanding our target customer, but really what we want is a different angle to go into with our brand, because we want to stand for something different than anyone else that's out there. We need to be unique. What I've done is I've copy and pasted some of the answers from ChatGPT over, and a few points have piqued my attention, shall we say. So look, they're saying durability, versatility, artistic expression. Now, the reason I like this, so they're saying pottery can be used as a medium for artistic expression. So a lot of people will actually just want to get into something. They want a pastime to be able to let their creative side out and maybe even reduce stress that they're feeling. And they won't be having that need met. And they might be humming and ahhing about starting something like pottery, but they just need to be pushed over the edge. So we can appeal to these people in a number of ways. The reason I like artistic expression is our packaging and the actual boxes that our goods come in. We can go wild and create something really funky and arty and unique with lots of weird and wonderful designs and creatures on it. Something that no one's seen before, something really wacky. Okay, that's a big tick. We know that people interested in this niche are quite arty. So we're starting to understand what this person is into, and we can dress our product up appropriately. So the next point I found really interesting was environmentally friendly. So pottery, it doesn't require, energy intensive manufacturing. It's usually done by a hand or a spinning wheel that you can pump with your foot. So we've got our angle. We're going for the artistic expression brand. We want to let people know that our brand is going to allow them to fulfill that need. And we're also environmentally conscious, okay, because this type of customer is going to be interested in that. Next, what we need to decide on, so we're starting to get an idea of our brand. We want to know what is stopping people from actually starting pottery itself, because the kit you saw is aimed at beginners, so that's who we want to target, people that are just wanting to start. So what stops people from starting pottery? Again, we're going to let ChatGPT do its thing, but you can already see it's spitting out the answers we want. And what ChatGPT does for you is actually a lot of the heavy lifting, research and legwork, which you're not going to know these answers, and it's going to take you hours to go and find it all. Things stopping people from starting: lack of access to equipment and materials, lack of knowledge and experience, time commitment, space requirement, access to classes, mentors, perception, financial consideration. Okay, so straight away we can see that a lot of people are saying that they lack the knowledge and experience to start. It seems complex, it's like a technical art form. So straight away, we're getting ideas to actually how we can improve our product offer. Now, I'd be thinking with this product, I'd probably include something on the packaging where people can go, trade their email address for a free ebook or some free tutorials where they can learn how to actually start and maybe do something quite basic with their pottery kit that they're buying. So maybe we would actually give them a tutorial or two to help them actually learn how to use the products in the first place, because that way we're going to be addressing that objection up front, because that way we're going to be dismissing a concern that a customer might have about buying our product. So this takes me on to the next one. How can we encourage people to start pottery? So again, ChatGPT, we're coming for you. Okay, so yeah, we've got a load of really useful answers here. So offer classes and workshops, share your experience, highlight the accessibility and inclusivity of the medium. So again, this is a really good point. We make sure on our listing, we're including people from all ages, genders and backgrounds to show that pottery really is for anyone. Anyone can start. Okay, again here, a really good point, make it affordable, because the kit we're bringing out is going to be much less expensive than, a huge industrial looking pottery machine that might cost someone hundreds and hundreds of dollars or pounds to actually buy. So we're giving them a chance to start that hobby that is going to allow them to express themselves. So providing resources such as books, videos and tutorials, you can see if this is a niche you're into, that's another tick, because really we can very easily do things like create ebooks, create tutorials, and if you're not into it, but you still want to sell in this niche, you can just find somebody to plug that knowledge gap. So maybe you can partner with someone, a pottery influencer, there's loads out there, that would be happy to do some tutorials in return for a fee, and you can almost collaborate with them, which I think is a really, really powerful thing to establish your brand as an authority in the niche. Now, the last point I'm going to run you through is the storytelling part of this process, because it's really important to be able to understand how you can actually build a brand that your target customer is going to resonate with. What I've done here is I've just taken a short little prompt and I've made someone up, and I'm basically asking them, tell me a story about Lucy, who felt frustrated about having no way to express herself. She started pottery and immediately found a way to express her creative side. She got into pottery after finding an environmentally conscious brand called Wonky Pottery. No idea if that's trademarked or someone else has got it, but that's just the idea. They supported her with all the resources, tools, and support she needed to make success of it. We can do a number of things with this. We can obviously read the story and understand some of the emotional triggers. It will help us write our listing. It will help us decide what images we're going to use, but we could actually take this, twist it slightly to make a brand story behind our brand, Wonky Pottery, that resonates with the people that we want to sell to. So again, this just does so much of the marketing, and instead of going out there and hiring some $5,000 branding marketing expert, you can just ask ChatGPT. So hopefully you can see some of the benefits of this. So straight away, you could just go through this video with any brand or niche idea you've got, use the prompts, go onto ChatGPT and start to understand more about your market, because it's going to affect the packaging choices you make, the colors. We could ask what colors most resonate with somebody interested in pottery. Hopefully you can see the benefits in this, and it's a really cool product idea. And yeah, I think this is a really, really cool brand, and hopefully you found this valuable. So if you have found this valuable, let me know in the comments. And if you'd like me to sort of expand on this further in another video and dive into more of the points, I'm happy to do that. Just ask away. Again, if you found value, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications bell, because if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see these free videos, and I really think they can help you out. There's going to be more useful content coming from me soon.